And now on BBC Radio 4, the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Sunday the 4th of August 2024. There are warnings of gales in Rockall, Malin, Hebrides, Bailey, Faroes and southeast Iceland. The general synopsis at 1800. Low 250 miles west of Bailey, 986, expected 350 miles west of Bailey, 983 by 1800 Sunday. New low expected 100 miles west of Bailey, 982 by same time. The area forecast for the next 24 hours. Viking. Northwest becoming variable 2 to 4, then becoming south 3 to 5 later. Fair, good. North Utsira, South Utsira. Northwesterly 4 or 5, occasionally 6 in southeast South Utsira, becoming variable 2 to 4 later except in southeast South Utsira. Rain at first, good, occasionally moderate at first. 40s, Cromarty, 4th, Tyne, Dogger. West or southwest 2 to 4, backing south or southwest 4 or 5 later, occasionally 6 later in Cromarty, rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. Fisher, German Bight. Northwest, backing west later, 3 to 5, occasionally 6 in Fisher, showers, good. Humber, Thames, Dover. Northwest, backing south or southwest 2 to 4, occasionally 5 later except in Humber, fair, good. White, Portland, Plymouth. Westerly or northwesterly, backing southwesterly later, 3 or 4, occasionally 5 later in West Plymouth, fair, good. Biscay, variable 2 to 4, showers at first, good. Trafalgar, cyclonic and far southeast, otherwise northerly 3 to 5, occasionally 6 in north, fog patches developing later in southeast, moderate or good, occasionally very poor later in southeast. Southeast Fitzroy. Northerly 4 to 6 in southeast, otherwise variable 2 to 4, fair, good. Northwest Fitzroy, Seoul. Southwesterly 4 to 6, occasional rain, good, occasionally moderate. Lundy, Fastnet, Irish Sea. West 2 to 4, backing southwest 4 to 6, rain at times in Irish Sea. Good, occasionally poor in Irish Sea. Shannon. Southwesterly 5 or 6, occasionally 7 in northwest. Rain at times, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Rockall, Malin, Hebrides, Bailey. Southwest 4 to 6, backing south or southeast 6 to gale 8 for a time. Occasional rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Fair Isle. Southwest 2 to 4, backing southeast 4 to 6, rain later, good, occasionally poor later. Faroes, southeast Iceland. Southerly, backing easterly or southeasterly 4 to 6, increasing 7 or gale 8 later, occasionally severe gale 9 later in far west southeast Iceland. Showers, rain later, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. And now the weather reports from coastal stations for 2300 on the 3rd of August. Tyree automatic. Southwest 3, 12 miles 1008, now falling. Stornoway. South by west 3, 22 miles 1007, rising slowly. Lerwick. Southwest by west 3, 9 miles 1008, rising slowly. Wick automatic. Southwest 1, mist, 1800 meters 1008, rising slowly. Aberdeen, southwest 2, 19 miles 1009, rising more slowly. Lucas, west by south 2, 24 miles 1010, rising more slowly. Boomer, west-southwest 3, 12 miles 1010, rising more slowly. Bridlington, west-northwest 3, 1012, rising more slowly. Sand Eddy light vessel automatic, southwest by west 5, 5 miles 1013. St. Catherine's Point automatic, Northwest 3, 1014, rising more slowly. Jersey, northwest 2, 11 miles 1016, rising more slowly. Scilly automatic, west 2, 8 miles 1017, rising slowly. Milford Haven, west 3, 15 miles 1015, rising more slowly. Aberporth, southwest 4, 19 miles 1015, rising more slowly. Valley, west-southwest 3, 13 miles 1013, rising slowly. Liverpool Crosby, southwest by west 4, 1013, rising more slowly. Valencia, south by west 3, 8 miles 1014, rising slowly. Ronaldsway, west-southwest 3, 1012, rising slowly. Malin southwest by south 4, 22 miles 1010, now falling. And Machrihanish automatic, south by east 2, 35 miles 1010, now falling. And here's the weather forecast for the inshore waters of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, valid for the following 24 hours, issued by the Met Office at 2300 on Saturday the 3rd of August 2024. The general situation: a slow-moving area of low pressure to the south of Iceland will bring a strengthening southerly or southwesterly airflow to the British Isles through Sunday. Northern and western waters will see outbreaks of rain and strong winds developing, these reaching gale force on Sunday afternoon near the Outer Hebrides. Cape Wrath to Rattray Head, including Orkney. Southwest backing south or southeast 3 to 5, increasing 6 at times later, rain at times later, good, occasionally moderate later. Rattray Head to Berwick upon Tweed. West 2 to 4, backing south or southwest 3 to 5, increasing 6 at times later near Rattray Head, rain at times later, good, occasionally moderate later. Berwick upon Tweed to Whitby. West or southwest 2 to 4, backing south 4 or 5 later, occasional rain later near Berwick upon Tweed, good, occasionally moderate later in north. Whitby to Gibraltar Point. West backing south or southwest but becoming variable at times later, 2 to 4, occasional rain later near Whitby, good, occasionally moderate later near Whitby. Gibraltar Point to Northforeland. Variable becoming westerly or southwesterly 2 to 4, fair, good. Northforeland to Selsey Bill. Westerly or northwesterly, backing southwesterly later, 2 to 4, occasionally 5 later in east, fair, good. Selsey Bill to Lyme Regis. West or northwest, backing southwest later, 2 to 4, fair, good. Lyme Regis to Land's End, including the Isles of Scilly. West backing southwest 2 to 4, increasing 5 at times near the Isles of Scilly, fair, good. Land's End to St. David's Head, including the Bristol Channel. West 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, decreasing 3 at times in the Bristol Channel, fair, good. St. David's Head to Great Orme Head, including St. George's Channel. West 3 or 4, backing southwest 4 or 5, increasing 6 at times later, fair, good. Great Orme Head to the Mull of Galloway. West 3 or 4, backing south or southwest 4 or 5, increasing 6 at times later, fair, then occasional rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Isle of Man. West or southwest 3 or 4, soon increasing south or southwest 4 or 5, then 5 or 6 later, occasional rain or drizzle, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Lochfoyle to Carlingford Loch. Southwest 3 or 4, backing south 4 or 5, increasing 6 at times later, rain at times, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Mull of Galloway to Mull of Kintyre, including the Firth of Clyde and North Channel. Southwesterly 2 to 4, backing southerly 4 or 5, increasing 6 at times later, occasional rain or drizzle, moderate or good, occasionally poor later. Mull of Kintyre to Ardnamurchan Point. Southwesterly 4 or 5, backing southerly 4 to 6, increasing 7 for a time later in north, occasional rain or drizzle, moderate or good, occasionally poor. Ardnamurchan Point to Cape Wrath. South or southwest 3 to 5, backing south or southeast 5 to 7, increasing gale 8 for a time later. Occasional rain, moderate or good, occasionally poor. And Shetland Isles. Southwesterly, backing southerly 3 or 4, then backing southeasterly 4 or 5 later. Occasionally 6 later in west. Occasional rain later, good, occasionally moderate later. And that completes the shipping forecast here on BBC Radio 4. Well, that's it indeed for another day here on Radio 4. In a few moments, we'll join the BBC World Service for the newsroom, who will guide you through the wee small hours until 5:20. On behalf of my colleague Tina Ritchie in the newsroom and myself, Al Ryan, here in Broadcasting House, thanks for your company through the evening here on Radio 4. In the meantime, have a safe, quiet and peaceful night. Good night. Ihawa.